Hi, welcome to Kinetic Moto, another episode. My name is Mark. We're going to talk about my bike. As you can see, it's still covered in adventure dust from our sojourn to the French Tete a couple of weeks ago. There is another video of that, two Tigers. This is a Tiger 800XC 2013. It's got 46,000 miles on it, full service history, years MOT, etc. So we've had people have been asking us questions. We do easy off-roading. We're not, we're not Sam Sunderland, and we're too old, too fat, our legs are too short, we don't want to get hurt. But that said, we do like going a bit quick. We enjoy not easy off-roading because, the people that do it, it's never easy, but what we try and do is open it up for people who may not have done a lot of off-roading. I mean, where we go, reasonably aggressive tyre is all you need. What we'll do is we'll go through the bike from front to back, talk about what I've done to it, talk about whether you need to do what I've done to it. A lot of it's by choice. I mean, I am a bit of a kit monster. I love shiny stuff. I like fettling the bike. You're probably wondering why I've got this. And also a mate of mine who taught me how to instruct while I was in the army, you never point with your finger. So when we're looking at stuff on the bike, I'll be using my trusty pointer. If you like the video, please subscribe. It does help us out. We don't get anything for it, but it gives us an indication if we're doing the right thing or not. I mean, this is a fledgling channel. I think I've only put 5 videos up, and 3 of them are shocking. But we're trying. So starting from the ground up, first thing we're going to talk about is the wheels and tyres. The standard XC wheels, 21 inch front and a 17-inch back. Because we do quite a bit of different terrain, we've evolved. We use the Australian Moto Tractionator Adventure. They seem to last really well. They're quite good on tarmac, and we're fortunate, myself and my mate Tony, who's got the other Tiger in the videos, that we've got 2 sets of wheels each. So rather than going through the faff of changing the tyres, we just decide what we're going to do, change the wheels over. We use Pirelli Scorpion Trails on the other wheels, which seem to be very good. Standard discs, normal Brembo standard Tiger brakes. I use EBC sintered pads in the front and EBC green in the rear. That's good England. With the rear brake. These are directional. That said, we've heard people that have turned them round. They are really good. I can't get over how good they are on the road. We use a little bit less than the standard pressures when we're on the road. So that's 36/42. You're probably looking at 33, 39 on the road. Off-road, usually again it's 25 to 26 in the front, probably 34 to 35 in the rear. Back to the front of the bike, the ubiquitous Touratech headlight protector. I do have LED bulbs in the headlights. They are really good, but they take a bit of setting up for the MOT. What I've had to do is move the headlight mount itself, space it down a bit so they point in the right direction. I've got rid of the Triumph own make fog lights for some Denali D3s. They are absolutely brilliant. For those, you know, for people that do own Tigers of this era, they, you know, the lights are not all that clever. The front forks are an upgrade. I managed to get as a job lot on eBay, near enough a whole 2019 bike, less the frame and the engine. It was a sad story really. The guy dropped the bike, and unlike the new models, which the rear foot peg hangers are removable, on this frame they're not, they're part of the frame. So one of them snapped off, so they wrote the bike off because they couldn't re-weld it, and you know, it needed a new frame. So I managed to get some White Power forks from a 2018 bike. I then fitted some Hyper Pro progressive springs and Hyper Pro oil. It was plush before. The shocks I had before were set up and had the springs changed by Andy from Key Suspension. Big shout out for that bloke. He does the suspension for True Heroes Racing, one of the teams that I've worked for in the past or helped out in the past. He's a lovely fella, one of your own. Oh, little bit of product placement there. So carrying on then, the screen and the screen setup, it's by a company called Palmer Products. Absolutely brilliant. It's unfortunate, they're best kept secret in the world. They are fantastic mounts, made of stainless steel, fully adjustable, 4 or 5 different size screens. I mean, I've had a Madstad screen, big, bulky, lovely, you know. Oh, someone's watched the Moto GP, if you can hear that. Got shown these Palmer product stuff, and you know, from then on, I've had it on all the Tigers that I've had. Absolutely fantastic. Quad lock charging system. Because the Palmer screen doesn't transmit any, or doesn't seem to transmit any vibration, I haven't used the vibration damper. I don't seem to feel that I need it. Bark Busters, most people have heard of them. I think they're Australian. They are very, very good. We do tend to bash them about a little bit, unfortunately. Oh, there's another thing that I meant to show people. I'll get to the button thing in a minute. The grips were getting a little bit smooth, so I got some Cricket Bat heat shrink off of eBay. Put it on, shrunk it down. Absolutely brilliant. What a game changer, who knew? So getting onto the buttons, this is part of the Rally Moto setup. We do digital rallies with Rally Moto, look it up. This is a Bluetooth controller. In another video we'll go through the Rally Moto setup with the tablet, with the Samsung Galaxy tablet that we use. Double take mirrors, really good. To get it in the back of the van, sometimes we go in the back of a van. To get it in the back of the van, you have to put the mirrors down, take the screens off. With the Palmer product screens, we've modified them slightly so that we've used captive nuts, so you can get the screen off really, really quickly with an Allen key on the key ring. That way then it makes it easier to put them in the van. I've got a Garmin Zumo Montana 650T that fits in that powered mount there. Oh, and a game changer in the winter for the heated gloves and jacket. Looking further down at the bike, got Heed bunker bars. Having dropped the bike a few times, I can honestly say that these bars are absolutely brilliant. They give you all the protection you need. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've had the Triumph engine bars and the Triumph tank bars. They just don't come up as robust. Coupled with the Heed bar bags, it's a very, very good option. The old Scott Oiler, that Scott Oiler has been on virtually every bike I've owned. Brilliant bit of kit. You know, you don't have to really worry about sorting the chain out. We did change the Triumph sump guard. Nothing wrong with it, but these SW Motec ones, excuse the planes, we're near London City Airport. These SW Motec ones just come up a little bit higher, and they just give the filter a bit of cover. Pair of pivot pegs, really good. I mean, they give you so much more control off road, and a foldable gear lever, because, you know, as I say, they do tend to fall over a little bit now and again. Adventure spec plate on the end of my side stand. Funny story about that. Those are people that know me, that have ridden with me, will know that I've been complaining about a tinging noise, and I thought it was coming from the top end. Turned out that the plate on the end of the footrest had come loose, and it was tinging through the frame. I was going out of my mind. I couldn't replicate it sitting in the shed. I kept banging things and hitting things with screwdrivers and hammers. More bags. I will do another video of what's in the bags and in the toolbox. Another thing that we've discovered, fantastic, are these cool covers, seat covers. There are cheap Chinese copies, but they are cheap Chinese copies. The original cool covers, I think they're about 60 quid. It gives you, people who know Tigers know the seats are a bit shocking. It gives me another couple of hours in the saddle. It's made of net, but it's not compressible. It's really weird. And if it rains, it runs underneath it, so you're not sitting in a wet puddle. Touratech frames with Moscow Moto plates on. I can't shout out enough of Moscow Moto. Again, none of this stuff. This is not a channel where I get money. All the stuff is bought and paid for, usually second hand. I mean, that toolbox is a BMW 1300 GS toolbox that I've kind of fettled and made brackets up to fit. Fantastic. Ram mount for the camera. The rear rack is a Givey item. No, it's not. I'm telling fibs. It's for a Givey top box. I'll do a picture in a minute with the Givey top box in place. But it's got Triumph's own slide-in plate, but the actual rack itself's not very big. So I modified it, fettled the mounting points for the Givey onto this larger. I think it's a Palmer Products rack. So when I haven't got the top box on, when I've got the camping gear on, it gives it much more support. As I said before, by the magic television, as you can now see, I've got the top box back on. And it's on the standard weird Triumph Givey slider. They do say that when you lean over, it moves a little bit and it helps the bike lean over. I mean, they must be right, they know what they're doing. Shout out to True Heroes Racing, Injured Servicemen's racing team in BSB. Brilliant setup. So shout out to all the guys. 17th, 21st Lancers, my old regiment. Now no longer, they've been amalgamated. They're, I don't know, Queen's Royal Lancers or Royal Lancers or Lancers Royale, or, you know, some weird mob. That's the old firm, Tiger Tours. Alas, poor Nicky. So the 69 with the wings is for Nicky Hayden, the ex-MotoGP, or not ex-MotoGP rider, the MotoGP rider who's now in heaven. I was fortunate enough to be his motorhome driver. Yeah, rest in peace, Nicky. Moscow Moto and Krieger clips. One day, all manufacturers will get together and decide that all the clips will be the same. I mean, Moto, it's brilliant kit, but 1 year to the next, they must get different clips because the original clips don't fit the new clips. So in the end, it's just got a big cotchel of clips off of Amazon and made everything fit the same. Arrow factory exhaust. I've got a Black Widow system on this that decatted it. Made it fantastic, but the actual end cam was very, very loud. So got a shot of that, put the arrow back on, smoothed the bike out massively, and it makes that nice noise, and it makes that nice popping and banging on overrun. Some people don't, some people like it, some people don't. So we've got Lust Racing lowering links, 35mm because I've got short fat legs. So in essence, the back of the bike's lowered 35mm. So what we have done is drop the front forks through by 25mm. Just gives the chassis, keeps the chassis level. Doesn't affect the steering. I've also got on the rear, again, apart from that great big bit of straw, a Nitron rear shock. Makes the bike more compliant, makes it more comfortable, and slightly more adjustable. Protecting the front forks, factory image fork protectors. You have to take the forks out to put them on. They're neoprene sleeves. Really, really good. Doesn't stop you though. You have to every now and again have a look to make sure the forks are not leaking. Mostly, if they do leak, cut up a milk bowl, plastic milk carton, and clean the seals out. Got a Metal Mule radiator guard. It seems to be all right. Haven't oiled the radiator yet, so it must be doing its job. There's a little group, X-Forces adventure bike riders. So thanks for watching. Hope that was all right. If you just stood on a big stick, it's gone right through my shoe and nearly ripped my toe off. Ow! No, it hasn't really. If you enjoyed that, please subscribe, as I said before, because it does help. Helps us know what's going on, really. And if you've got any comments, good or bad, please leave them. There's a few funny comments been floating about, which is quite nice. If people are thinking about them, whether they're good or bad, then at least they are commenting. Again, I've been doing this a few years now, building these kind of adventure bikes. So if anyone's got any questions, Tiger specific mainly, because I know these bikes quite well, please let me know. Thanks very much.